Blow the windows out of frame, it's a party when I pull up. Big subwoofer in the back, like whistle. Blow the windows out of frame, it's a party.
Hey kiddies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe now. It's here or it's here. Either way, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, now, kitties, as you can tell from the fact that I have a bare face, I have my headband on, we're going to be getting into some makeup. Okay, now, of course, I want to show you the makeup, but the main reason we're doing this video is because of these makeup brushes that I found on, you guessed it, Amazon. These are probably the best makeup brushes, the highest quality for affordable price, girl. I figured I need to do a tutorial. I have not used them yet. I have not used them yet. I'm going to go ahead and use them on this video. So we're going to test them out together. But just looking at them, feeling them, the quality is A1. Now, these are the brushes. I have them in my little cute little cup here. My son actually got me this, I think from Five and Below. But my cute little makeup cup or mug. And these are the brushes. They are so soft, and like I said, it seems like it's very good quality. So we're going to do a cute little tutorial. Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't know, your friend's birthday is coming up, date night's coming up, your mama's birthday coming up. You need to do your makeup, and you need good brushes that work, and you need one set that can do any type of face, whether it be a full glam, a natural face, a 5-minute face, a minimalist face. We need some brushes that's going to take care of all of that. And I really think these are the brushes. So let's go ahead and try them out on camera. I'm going to try my best to use every single brush. So we have to come with the glam, clearly. Okay, so let's start with the face. This is my favorite foundation. I was going to say my favorite drugstore, but I really feel like this is my favorite foundation, period. If I want a full, nice glam, it's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. Don't sleep on NYX, okay? The color that I have is Cocoa, I believe. Yeah, it's Cocoa. Okay, and this is a full coverage matte foundation. So we're gonna start with that. So that way we can use this foundation brush. I normally use a fat top foundation brush, but this is the brush that comes in the kit. Look at the hairs. It's so densely packed. So I just really feel like this is gonna give me a flawless finish. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna pump this out on my hand. Okay guys, so I have a pump here on my hand. So we're gonna use our the brand on the brushes is called Jessup, but these, like I said, are Amazon brushes. So this is the brush we're gonna use, and here's the foundation, and let's just get into it and see what this blend is like. I'm just tapping it in here and just stamping it on my face. Okay. Okay guys, so this side is blended. This side doesn't have anything yet, but this side is blended and it's giving flawless blend. I'm telling you, the brush, because there's so many hairs and the hairs are so soft, and just the angle of the brush is, you can just place the product so easily and just blend it out. Whenever I put foundation, I just do this until it completely blends out. That way you get the most coverage with the least amount of product. So you don't want to wipe it or do anything like that. You just want to tap it and just keep doing this until it eventually just blends and fades out, and you have a nice flawless blend like I do right now with very little product. So as you can see at the beginning of the video, I had like a blemish here, and it's completely covered. And technique counts. The brush of course counts, the foundation of course counts, technique definitely. So that stamping motion and this brush, the shape of it is like perfect. This is a really great set for beginners. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend the other side and we'll be back. Okay, Kitty, so just like that, the foundation is completely blended and it looks great. This is a great brush, I think they should have maybe 1/2 the size of this for the concealer, because look, under the eye, it would blend so well, but it's a little bit too big to really get into. I mean, you can, but if it were a smaller brush, that would be even better. So let's see what the concealer brush is like. Normally, I would use a beauty blender to blend my under eye concealer, but for the sake of the video, and I do want to try all the brushes in the set for you, I'm gonna try not to use my beauty blender. Okay, I'm trying. All right, so now let's get into the concealer. I'm gonna first place it down, of course, with the wand that comes with it. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Concealer. Is that what it's called? Magic Touch Concealer, and this is in a number 18. So this is a brightening color for sure for me, because it's a couple shades lighter than my normal skin tone. So I'm just gonna place it right in here. Get some on the sides of the nose. Right in here. Put some here to do that lifty thing, you know. Do that. We're gonna get some down here to highlight the nose. A little highlighting around the forehead and a tiny bit on the chin, and I always do a little bit right here on the Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the best brush to blend this out with. I think I'm gonna use my sponge, but I'm gonna try it with the brush first. So let's look at our brushes. Let's use this one. We're gonna use this one. Show you here. I'm gonna use this one to attempt to blend out the concealer, but I'm probably gonna use my sponge after, because it's just my way of life, you know? It's just how we do it. So let's go ahead and try to blend it out with this brush. This can be used for eyeshadow, but it's probably a concealer brush, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's blend her out. So the brush is nice. It's a nice brush, but I just feel like the under eye is going to take forever, and I don't know if I have that kind of time. I don't know. I don't have that kind of patience, and I don't want this to dry down too much, but it does blend it out nicely, as you can see, and it keeps the coverage very full when you do it with the brush. However, with a beauty sponge, it shears it out, and that's what I want, because I do not want it to, you know, too full coverage here. We like the coverage with concealer, but I don't want it like, you know, I like the way the sponge soaks up some of the extra product. So I'm going to use my sponge. I'm sorry, it soaks up some of the extra product. It's not powder, product. Okay, got a sponge, and this is also from Amazon. Okay, so let's go ahead and just blend this out so much quicker, and it shears it out so much nicer, and that's what I like. I can go over my eyelid with it, because I do use the concealer as like a base for eyeshadow. So yeah. Okay, so there goes that blend. Really nice. Very lifted. Okay, so now that I've blended it with the sponge for the most part, I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush, and because the foundation brush has my normal color foundation on it, it's a great tool to use to further blend your concealer to make it, you know, blend even more with the foundation. So that way it's a seamless sort of transition. So I'm going to use this. I'm not going to put anything else additional on it. I'm just going to go over it with the foundation brush. I love this brush. Like, I love the shape of it. The shape of it is genius, really. Okay, so let's get back into our brushes. Now I'm going to set my under eye with powder. I would normally go in with my, I have these little spongy things here, okay, which I love. I also got these from Amazon. I'll link all the stuff that I can link, but I got this from Amazon, and they lay powder under the eye very flawlessly, okay? But we want to test out these brushes. So there's this brush that fits under the eye perfectly. So I'm going to use this to set my under eye, okay? The powder that I'm going to use is by Beauty Bakery, the Pinch of Flour. So this is the powder. And I'm going to try to tap off some of the extra powder, because that's a lot, girl. That's a lot of powder, okay? And I'm going to place this under my eye to set the concealer. Okay, I'm also going to set my eyelid because I did put some of that concealer there. Okay, let me scoot back a little bit. Okay, so this fits like perfect under the eye. I like that. I like that. And it also puts just the right amount of powder. With the sponge, the velvet sponge that I have, it puts more powder under the eye. This puts a lighter amount and almost dusts it and sets it with just the right amount of powder. Okay, I'm actually gonna over powder it because you know what? My skin is oily, so I could afford to do that. And plus we have to do the eyeshadow, so yeah. Just gonna go ahead and like put like a lot just to kind of like bake it a bit and allow some of the oils from my skin to naturally soak up this powder. So we're not gonna blend it out too much yet. We're just gonna lay the powder. We're just gonna lay the powder over the areas that we highlighted. So I'm going on my forehead, put some here, and a little down the bridge of the nose, and that's it. And then we're going to continue with the face. So now we're going to get into bronzing. I know it looks kind of crazy, but you better trust the process, okay? Trust me, I'm going to be beat after this. All right, so let's add some warmth back to the face. So let's go into bronzing. I am going to use a cream product first, and this is by Oma Beauty. This is the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick in Brown Sugar, and I'm going to use this side here to bronze my face. Okay, so I'm just going to place it here, and then we blend it out with, we'll find a brush from the set to blend it out with. Okay, so I'm just going to go along here. And then we're gonna go here. Okay, so that's looking a little crooked, but we'll blend it out. Okay, so that's there. A little more here. Okay, so now that we look real crazy, let's go ahead and find a brush to blend it out with. All right, so let's go with, I feel like I want to go with the foundation brush. Yeah, because this brush is more so for blush. It's not as dense. So I'm going to go for the foundation brush to blend this out with, okay? All right, so we'll go for this. And then we'll just blend it. And we're going to blend, you blend the bronzer or contour upward. Okay, blend this into my hairline. It's blending it really easily. So we need to find a smaller brush to blend this. A lot of times I use my finger, but we gotta use these brushes. We have to use these brushes. Okay, so here is a super small detail brush. I can use this on my eyeshadow. I'm gonna also use this for my nose to blend out this portion here, okay? So it keeps it really precise so you can blend it out very carefully, because with the nose, you know, this part can get a little complicated and it can get messy really quick. So I'm glad they have a small detail brush for parts of the face or steps in your makeup like this, okay? So you just blend this upward. That way this line kind of fades into the eyebrows. Okay, and this side here. And I'm going to show you how to soften it even more. But for right now, we're just laying down sort of like the outline. I'm going to grab the foundation brush and blend over this nose contour just to make it, you know, as natural as possible. But this brush did a really great job in carefully blending out those lines of the nose. Okay, so let's get into that. All right, so here's the foundation brush. I'm literally just going to tap right over it just to kind of blend it out or soften it even more like it just did. I'm not rubbing anything, I'm just tapping it over. Okay, so you can see that the line is still there, but it's very soft and subtle. Okay, so far so good. All right, so now I'm going to grab this brush, which looks like a blush brush, a powder bronzer brush. So I'm going to use a powdered bronzer to go over the areas that we just cream bronze with. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place bronze, and this is the dark one. And I'm going to go into this color first. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my face with it. I like this brush. It's so soft and it's not as packed, so that way it won't pick up as much product. So the colors are going to come out softer and less harsh. So that's perfect for this part of the, you know, this step in your makeup routine. Okay. So I can just lightly dust this on my face. Don't worry, we're going to blend this out, girl. Don't worry. Okay, so now I'm gonna, you know, set my face with my overall powder. I just got this powder. I actually did a full video on it. This is the NARS. The color is Seafront, but it's called the Advanced or Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder. Love this. Again, the color is Seafront. Really love this. This brush is what I was the most excited to use because it's so big and fluffy. So I just really couldn't wait to use this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just dust this powder sort of like all over my face just to blend everything together, okay? Definitely blend this forehead out, okay? Oh, this is so soft and fluffy. So this is the face so far. Very soft. I just really love this. Okay, I just love how this looks so far. But now we're gonna do the eyes so we can really see how the detail brushes work. But so far so good. Hey kids, I'm a little closer, even closer. So I'm just gonna get into the eyes. I'm gonna pop some more concealer on my eyes because I really want the eyeshadows to stand out. So I'm just gonna pop some concealer right in here, right in here. You can really get this eye look going and just you know, complete the look. Just use my fingers and tap on the lid. All right, so I just grabbed this brush that we used to set under our eyes, and whatever is left on the powder, I'm just gonna set it or use it to set my eyelids. I don't need to put any additional powder. Okay, so this is the first palette I pulled out. This is the Rebel Honey palette by Juvia's Place, and I thought these colors were cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. We'll see where we end up, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. All right, so I grabbed this brush from the set, the perfect brush for the crease. Okay, so this is it here. You can see the hairs are so nice on it. I love how it has this little ombre thing going on. Okay, let's do this so it focuses back on the brush. Here we are. Okay, so this is the brush we're going to use. Super soft, and we're going to start inside of the crease with the Rebel palette. I'm going to go for this warm sort of brown. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see. I'm just going to look down so you can see my crease, or my lid rather, and I'm just going to pop that color right in the crease, which is this socket part of the eye. Okay, and right off the bat, this is doing a really great job with softly like diffusing the color on the crease, as hopefully you guys can see. So I'm just doing circular motions. That helps me to keep the look very soft because I don't like a harsh eyeshadow. I don't like cut creases and things like that. So we try to keep it soft around here. Okay, I'm just gonna softly flicker the color out. Okay, I'm just going like right at the edge of the color, which is here, and just softly going back and forth just to diffuse it even more. And just warm up the crease without doing anything harsh and stupid. All right, so far this is what it looks like. You see how softly this blends out? There's no harsh lines. Of course, it comes from technique, like I was going in circular motions. That's a great tip to keep it very soft when it comes to the crease color. But the brush, of course, is a really nice brush, okay? And it does a good job with softly blending. So you can see all the reddish brown here. You can't really see where it starts and begins. You just see like, you know, a smoke of color. So that's what we like. So I'm just gonna pop the same color on the other side. Okay, so this is what we have now. I'm going to use this brush to lay color down on the lid. So this is the brush. I'm going to use this to lay the color down on the lid so you can perfectly lay. As you can see, you can do these little tapping motions here. But I'll show y'all on the eye what color am I going to use. So let's try this yellowy color here. Let's do it. Let's do yellow and see how that looks. These are very warm colors, so it should come out pretty cute. Pretty cute. Yeah, I like that. So it packs the color on so nice. I'm going to bring this to about here because I want to do a lighter color on the inner corner. Okay, so yeah, that looks about right. And it really packs the color on there so nice. I'm telling you, this is a great brush set, especially for a pro, of course, but for a beginner, you would also love this. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this palette. This is the Juvia's Chocolates. Yeah, the Chocolates palette. So I'm gonna go into that light shade and pop that on the inner corner with this very same brush. Really love that. So I'm just highlighting right here in the inner corner of my eye. Perfect. Perfect. Love this brush. Love these shadows too, of course. It fits perfectly right in this corner here, and you can just lay the brush there and like pack the color on, and it highlights and it widens my eye space. If you look at this eye compared to this eye, what that, you know, that highlighting technique did, and this brush is perfect for that. So I'm just tapping it because I don't want to shear it out too much and I want the most color payoff. So that's why I tap it like that versus like, you know, doing any sort of swirly motion. Okay. So now I'm going to grab the angle brush that's in the set. As you can see here, it's like a little angle brush. And I'm going to do like a soft wing. I'm not going to use a liquid line. I'm going to use actual eyeshadows. I really love how that looks versus liquid line. I love liquid liner now, but I really love how the liner looks with shadows. So I'm just going to tap this into the eyeshadow and show you guys how I do a soft wing with eyeshadow. This is a great thing to do if you don't have a very steady hand and you have a hard time with liquid liner, this is a great thing to do as well. Just draw a line and fill it in. So definitely try this out. If you have a hard time doing liquid line, try with eyeshadow. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just popping some powder under my eye with this. I have to do it with this because I don't want any of this dark shadow to fall onto my face and mess anything up. So I'm just putting some of this under my eye. We'll wipe it off once I am done with the makeup. But like you saw, the brush gives you a nice subtle sort of set on your eye. I need a little bit more than that. I prefer actually a little bit more than that. And I didn't want any of those dark shadows to fall on my makeup and mess up because I did my face first. Okay. Back with my lashes on. These are Amazon lashes as well. I'll go ahead and link them below, but this is what we're looking like so far. Our face is almost done, but we have a couple of things to add, okay? A couple of little sprinkles, okay? But the lashes really popped out on this look. Okay, so we want to finish up the eye, and I grabbed this brush from the set. It's a super small, like little eyeshadow, like a teeny eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use this for my my bottom lash line to smoke it out softly just a bit and finish off the eye look, and then do my blush and lips and kind of finish up everything. So I'm going to go into the Chocolates palette and grab the brown and smoke out my bottom lash line with this small detail brush and see how it does. And it does perfect, like I knew she would. Like I knew she would. It fits perfectly under my eye. Perfectly. I told y'all this brush set is it. Okay, so the eyes look nice and sultry, a little smoky, not too much. Perfect, the perfect size brush to fit here because this area is pretty sensitive, and this brush fits perfectly and allows you to smudge it out perfectly. Okay, so I really like that. So I'm gonna leave the eyes alone, I think. Actually, so it's time to sort of blend this powder out. I'm just gonna tap it again in my face brush, and we're gonna blend out this the highlighting powder, the setting powder. Just blend that right on out with my favorite brush. Okay, so we're going to use the same brush that we used to do our powdered bronzer, and I'm going to apply my blush with this very same brush, and we're going to use this Sephora blush that I've been loving. It's called Snapdragon. I bought this during the Sephora sale. I really like this color, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of that on my cheeks right now. I'm just going to tap it in the product too. Tap some off. See the color. Just put a little bit or a lot of it. Okay, so now let's top it off with a lip. This is Brownie by Sugar Scoop Beauty, which is my small business. If you don't know, I always leave the information down in the description. Okay, so I'm gonna line my lips with Brownie. Okay, so Brownie is on. Now I'm gonna grab, this is the ink, or I'm sorry, the vinyl Maybelline Superstay ink, and this is in the color Captivated. So you have to shake it up before you use it. So this is a nudie color. I'm just gonna tap it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna pop on a brown gloss. This is by Sugar Scoop Beauty. It's called Expose. And this is gonna really, really take me up a notch, okay? These are handmade glosses, by the way. So they're silky smooth and so addicting, honestly, because they feel so good. Okay, so this lip is really giving the girls what they want, okay? A little gloss on my Cupid's bow. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. It looks kind of dumb, but I am gonna go ahead and take this thing off my head and come back. Okay, kitty, so this is the completed look. I really love the way this look turned out. I love the way the brushes felt. I love the way they blended. I love the fact that I did my entire face with just those pack of brushes, plus my other tools like my sponge and both my sponges, the ones that I used to set under my eye and the one that I used to blend out my concealer. But as far as the brushes go, this is the face that is sitting before you. Okay, I love the brushes because they're affordable. They're beginner friendly, and I only needed that one set for my entire face. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial portion, of course, but definitely check out those brushes because again, they are affordable, because who's really buying brushes for $40 a piece? Like, I am not about that life. I don't know if you are, but I'm not. Okay, these brushes perform just as good as a $40 MAC brush if the girls are still doing that. But Amazon is here, you don't really gotta do all that. So yeah, go ahead and check the brushes out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, come back for more. If you have any requests, you can also leave those in the comments. But this is the face, and the face card will never decline.